Hey, hey, I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp. I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. Shorty wanna me cousin wearing gold. I came up and made it happen. Now it's by the stove. Big inside this cases once. Do me dirty, I'ma find you lay out on the floor. 19 with a I got rich by myself. Rather do this alone. I wasn't asking for no help. They keep asking how I'm winning with the card that I was dealt. Boy, I work hard for the seat and I ain't buckling my belt. Call my brother on the phone. He said, broski, you a star. I said, brother, hold it down. Soon we'll all be living large. And it's crazy how last year was on my garage. Now I'm in a good position for this life, can't sabotage. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp. I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. I got tattoos on my face, I use that as motivation. I can never get a job, so for my dream I'm dedicated. For a second, lost myself, I was too busy getting busy. Now they see me out in public and be known what my name is. All these rappers want the clout and the life of being famous. I just wanna be stable, tell my family we made it. I was coming for my spot, a young had to be patient. Now I'm running up, these bands can hit the island for vacation.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it.
And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Antonio Callaway, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Extra point, hung the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now the punter, who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Though we've seen some good pressure defensively already here in the first quarter, here's another good example.
Here we go!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
This is taken at the 10. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
And in there, a nice hit, jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Play action. It's Jackson on the move to his left. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Now it's Jackson, forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
Not sure I agree with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agree with his decision to run it. He picked up that big first down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 91 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Now Jackson on first down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And they'll get him down right about the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, big man with ball, Met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Jackson now off the bootleg. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So the field goal there counts what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Here we go.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
He'll get 3 up to midfield.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now, we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now it's Rodgers. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw, it's Rodgers. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. It worked very well there for a 1st down.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a...
Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Gronkowski, the intended target.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
And New York set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching up another 15 against your squad.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. From the gun, Jackson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A.J. Derby, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap, and they exploited it.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. Oh, he pulled it right. It's no good. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Rodgers to throw on second down. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there and gets the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And incomplete here on third down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And now out come the Jets. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On second down, Jackson. Complete to Stewart, right side. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
They go play action here on first down. He'll buy some time right. And that'll be incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
To throw is Jackson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see it.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
I'll bet you as they ran out there for that play, the head coach either on his headset or he pulled him aside and told the special teams coordinator, whatever block you've got, pull it out of the bag right now. We need a spark.
When you can just feel it on their sideline, the air just kind of out of the balloon. Now maybe you're right, a spark, a little bit of hope.
That's when the special teams coordinator who works on this ad nauseum, I'm talking about morning, noon, and night, he tried to figure out, okay, where's my best opportunity? Which one do I have? And he pulled the right one and got his team going and hopefully back into the game. Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Got a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stepped out and behind the line of scrimmage.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, third and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green, 30.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A little too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He's going to air one out. It's caught at the 10.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. 4th down, here's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Bullet good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Now the punter, who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it. Got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Now Rodgers. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go. What? 90.
Rodgers now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. In for the score. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there.
New York set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I said go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Jackson on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Jackson will throw again. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... That's caught inside the 20. But he gets this deep into Patriot territory. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Early short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. And that game tied at 7 in the second quarter. From there, let's get to Philadelphia. We check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. Sterling Shepard, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. DJ Chark, a touchdown reception. In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half out of Lamar Jackson. He's over 300 yards passing already. How high can he go? To find out, let's kick it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually...
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Come on, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
He sets to fire deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. 81 yards. And the Patriots get a score closer. So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He's going to loft it. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A.J. Derby, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead is now 24. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be set. Second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On second down, here's Rodgers. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
Now a handoff looking right. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Let's go. Grand 38.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he loses the football the second time. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run. that appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here's Jackson being chased out left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. That's taken on the 25. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Patriots take over. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, man, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that what against symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. Now a play fake here on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Reynolds. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this score will stay right where it is. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case,
going for the deep ball. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get him.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Flush to his right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And this Jet offense starting to run away with this one. Now Bullock to add the extra point.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. First and 10. Here's Rodgers. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll also be the final play of this third quarter.
Let's go! Grand 38!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down. Here's Ryan Allen now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is brought in at the 21. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Play action. It's Jackson. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Here we go.
Now they try the right side here. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I know I'm supposed to do the analysis here, but I've got to ask, how did he stay alive that long in the pocket?
Yeah, great footwork, which we know he has. If he would have been able to stay alive, get rid of the ball, or run for some yardage, he would have had a very unhappy defensive coordinator, I believe.
No doubt about that.
They'll give it to him up the middle, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Gun!
And they'll go with the ground attack here. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal.
Partner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle at any time. Here, the cornerback does exactly that. Plays the...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 40. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Jordan Jenkins in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. This is caught. Gronkowski. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Gronk's first catch, good for a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Let's go! White 90! White 90!
Shotgun now for Rodgers. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal.
Come on, let's go! Grand 38!
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. He was looking for Gronk that time. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Now a handoff looking right. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Buying time to his left. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Jackson. And this is incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Come on, let's go. What?
Rodgers now on 1st down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And a loose football. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. New York set to take the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And on the ground they go with a running back. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle. And that's going to tack on 15 more.
Face mask. Defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And they'll go on the ground. And a short gain here down to the 22. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually.
Out the street when I go to DC, I'ma seek the most.